Welcome back to Heart Book Radio, the radio show where we dissect books so you do not have to. I am your resident cynic here to remind you that happily ever afters are a capitalist conspiracy.
And I am your ray of sunshine here to prove that love does exist, especially if you manifest it hard enough and by my new line of crystal-infused romance novel bookmarks. Shameless plug love and crystals.
And people wonder why I drink. Today's Victimy, our subject is Wooing the Witch Queen by Stephanie Burgis, a title that frankly sounds like a rejected Disney movie.
Oh, come on. It is charming. It is like a fairy tale but with more adult situations. Think Beauty and the Beast, but Belle is a powerful bisexual queen, and the Beast is a surprisingly gentle librarian.
A librarian who is secretly an archduke, because of course he is. Can we just get one romance novel where the love interest is, I do not know, a regular person with a normal job?
But that is the fun part. He is on the run from his evil in-law. It is like a soap opera, but with magic and better costumes.
It is all a bit convenient, is it not? He just happens to stumble into the castle of the one woman who can protect him, and she just happens to need a librarian. My suspension of disbelief is hanging by a thread thinner than a supermodel is patience.
But their chemistry, it is undeniable. He writes her poetry. He befriends her crows. He is obsessed with fountain pens.
Oh yes, the fountain pens, because nothing says seduction like a detailed discussion of nib sizes and ink flow. Riveting stuff.
He is a nerd, a sweet gentle nerd. And Saskia, our wicked witch queen, she is secretly a softy underneath all that bluster. It is very much golden retriever boyfriend and prickly by girlfriend energy, and I am here for it.
Prickly, I would say she is more misunderstood. The poor woman is surrounded by scheming allies and power-hungry enemies. She just wants to be left alone to conduct her magical experiments, for crying out loud.
And Fabian, that is his alias, by the way, very clever he sees her. He sees past the reputation, the scary magic, the questionable fashion choices.
You mean the crown made of are those actual bones?
They are stylized. Anyway, he appreciates her for who she really is. A brilliant, powerful woman who just needs a little love.
And a good therapist. Let us not forget the therapist. Seriously, these two have more baggage than an airport carousel.
But that is what makes it so compelling. They are both healing from past trauma. They are finding strength in each other. It is beautiful.
It is also a classic case of miscommunication as plot device. He is hiding his identity, she is oblivious, and the whole thing could be resolved with a 5-minute conversation.
Where is the fun in that? The tension, the angst. The will they, will not they. It is delicious.
It is frustrating, and frankly a little insulting to Saskia's intelligence. She is supposed to be this brilliant sorceress, but she cannot see through a disguise that would not fool a near-sighted goblin.
She is distracted by the political intrigue, by her research, by his smoldering gaze.
Oh, please. He probably smoulders about as much as a damp dishcloth.
Hey, gentle heroes are in. It is a refreshing change from the usual brooding, possessive alpha males that populate these books. This one review says the book turns the usual stereotypes on their head, and that gentleness is strength, radical kindness.
I will give you that. He is not a toxic jerk, which is sadly a low bar to clear in the romance genre. But I still think he could use a bit more spine.
He has got a spine. He is just a flexible spine, like a yoga instructor, or a particularly bendy straw.
You are not helping your case.
Okay, fine, he is not perfect, but he is trying, he is learning, he is growing. And he is utterly devoted to Saskia. What more could you want?
I want a plot that does not rely on manufactured drama, and a heroine who is actually as clever as she is supposed to be. And maybe a few less mentions of fountain pens.
But the fountain pens are a metaphor for something.
For his repressed desire to write a strongly worded letter to his in-laws.
In the side characters, they are fantastic. The troll housekeeper, Mrs. Haglet, she is like a magical Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. And Oscar the Crow, he is so loyal and sassy.
Okay, The Crow is pretty great, I will admit that. The found family aspect is heartwarming, I suppose. If you are into that sort of thing.
And the other queens of villainy, Lorelei and Ilanana, they are going to have their own books. I cannot wait.
Oh, I am sure that will be a train wreck of epic proportions, especially if Lorelei's book involves any more kidnapping. But I read the sample, kidnapping.
It is all in good fun. It is whimsical.
Whimsical kidnapping. Right, that is a new one.
So bottom line, are you recommending this book or not?
I am cautiously optimistic. It is a fluffy, escapist read with a few redeeming qualities. Just do not expect any groundbreaking feminist commentary, or actual villainy.
And I say go for it. It is a delightful, heartwarming romp through a magical world with a swoon-worthy romance. Perfect for a cozy night in. Romance recommendation, which queen love.
Just do not say I did not warn you about the fountain pens. That is all for this broadcast of Hot Book Radio.